everybody, and welcome to Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsborough for this tournament game. It's the Bishop Guertin Cardinals hosting the Nashua South-Pelham Kings at Skate 3. John Collins with Tom King as we look at the crowd anticipating a very exciting game.
Should be a great one, John. The first game, BG scored 2 quick goals in the regular season to take a 2-0 lead back on January 5th, and the Kings cut it to 2-1 with a goal in the third period, and it stayed that way until BG got an empty netter. That was the closest game those teams have played in a long time. I expect a similar type game tonight. You know, that first period is really going to tell a lot in this game. It's all going to be up to the goalies, Chris Sullivan and Nate Sarantino. Chris Sullivan for BG, Nate Sarantino for South Pelham. Riley Nutter has had a great run lately for the Kings, but they didn't end the season well. They got smoked 11-3 by Exeter in the regular season finale, and it was right after the game against North Sauhegan. So they've had a week to kind of chew on that. I'm interested to see what kind of South Pelham team shows up tonight. Guertin, young team, John, prone to penalties a little bit. They maybe, you know, they're hoping they get a third crack at Concord. I talked to Mark Mantoni, assistant coach of Bishop Guertin, earlier in the night, and he said that they don't know which Guertin team is going to show up.
We're about to find out. That's Tom King. I'm John Collins. We're at Skate 3 in Tyngsborough. It's BG against South Pelham right after this.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. They kept prescribing it, so I kept taking it. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsborough, where we're moments away from face-off for the start of the 2009 tournament in Division I, New Hampshire boys hockey. Hello, I'm John Collins, soon to be joined by Tom King, our executive producer Pete Johnson, also acting as cameraman for tonight's first round tournament game. You'll have the Nashua South-Pelham Kings playing the role of the visitor against Bishop Guertin, who are the home team here at Skate 3. BG enters the game, the 7 seed, and Nashua South-Pelham, the 10 seed. These two teams did meet back on January 5 at the Conway Arena, Nashua South-Pelham's home arena, and it was a 3-1 Bishop Guertin win at that time. So this game promises to be very hard fought and maybe just as close. Of course, if Nashua South-Pelham were to win, it would be a pretty big upset. The Kings had a record of 8-9-1 in the regular season, in addition to that 3-1 loss to BG. Meanwhile, the Cardinals with a very respectable 11-7 record. There was one game already in first round action here in New Hampshire boys Division I hockey. Exeter eliminated Bishop Brady earlier today by a score of 2-1. We are underway at Skate 3. 15-minute periods in New Hampshire high school boys hockey, and a first big hit of the game as Jake Guerrero of the Pelham South Kings levels a player up against the boards. Bishop Guertin has won 3 of their last 4 games, scoring 21 goals in their last 4. That included a hard-fought loss to Concord, who await the winner of this one. The Concord Crimson up at home. They got a bye in the first round. They're the number 2 seed. They will play the winner of this game this Saturday at the Everett Arena. That'll be a March 2 game at 6:45 p.m. up in Concord. So for the privilege of playing there, we have offside against the Pelham Kings as some heavy hits while South Pelham crosses the blue line. Meanwhile, South Pelham coming up off of a winning 2 out of their last 3, although they did get a beat down in their last game, 11-3 at the hands of the aforementioned Exeter, who won their opening round playoff game today. That was an 11-3 score in favor of the Blue Hawks a week ago, last Wednesday. As we record this on a Wednesday, February 27 of 2019, it is the opening round of the Division I boys playoffs. Shot all the way around behind the net. Tough angle, nearly sneaking one in there was Mark McGahey, number 8. Took a shot at a tough angle to try to bank it in off the goaltender, Nate Sarantino, but Nate locked up the near side. Puck goes around behind the net. Bishop Guertin steals, opportunity to score, goes up in the netting. Deflected shot by number 22 of BG, Sean Kelly. Johnny Pinkston, the junior forward, got his stick in the way of it and deflected it harmlessly up into the netting. So a fast and frenetic start to the game. There is not an open seat here at Tyngsborough Skate 3 Arena for this New Hampshire School Vacation Week playoff game. A very exciting atmosphere. There's a tip pass right in front. A great opportunity for the Cardinals. And now on a fast break, here comes Riley Nutter. Best player on the ice for the South-Pelham Kings, number 21, game after game. Has to come up with a big one if the Kings are going to come up with an upset here tonight. Bishop Guertin behind their own net they go. 0-0 here early as we follow the action down into the corner here at Skate 3. The Cardinals coming out strong out of their own end. Across the blue line, down behind the net they go. Derek Amaral out in front. Opportunity for the Cardinals in traffic. Who's got it? The Pelham Kings come away with it. The Nashua South-Pelham team. As a Kings player goes to the ice, they say it was just a fall, not a penalty, and a save made by Sarantino as he locks it up for a face-off to his right. So 12:35 remains first period. The South-Pelham Kings on top of their game defensively so far. Let's see, not in the scoreboard, of course, it was 0-0, but they're looking pretty strong for an underdog early in this one. Brandon Rayon behind the net. He goes around the boards, but not out. Solid pad save made by Sarantino on the snapshot from the point by Samuel Cronin as Sarantino expertly directs it aside. The South-Pelham Kings forced to play a lot of defense here, and a punishing hit as Sam Cronin puts Johnny Pinkston up against the boards with authority. Pinkston at 5'8" and 150 taking that hit. And he was at a bad angle. It's good that he didn't get hurt on it, though. He bounced right back. The South-Pelham Kings on offense now as they try to come up with a scoring chance. Brandon Riom near boards, can't keep it in. Almost a 2-on-1 there for the Cardinals. Instead, it's neutral zone play as the teams trade possessions. Now it's BG across the blue line. South-Pelham repels the attack and sends it back out to the red line. Both teams getting some personnel changes. Loose puck picked up by the Cardinals. Heads up play by Aiden Wilkie as he found a teammate in the slot, wasn't able to change it into or turn it into a shot on goal. There's an unfortunate bounce off the blue line, off the boards. It kind of bounced back toward the netting and stayed in the zone. Riley Nutter with a partial breakaway. Nutter from the face-off circle. Goal! Riley Nutter breaks in on Christopher Sullivan, and I don't think Nutter really even got a shot away. Riley Nutter, who got a hat trick in the last game that we did here when North went at it with South. North Salhegan against South Pelham, and Riley Nutter got a hat trick. His third goal came with 1 second remaining in the contest on an empty net. Now Christopher Sullivan, the goaltender of BG, having a lengthy discussion with the official about whether that should have been allowed. Basically, that was a meltdown by Christopher Sullivan, the goaltender for BG. He kind of panicked. He didn't hold his line and stay in, goaltender form. He kind of went to the ice and allowed the puck to just slide underneath him without making any kind of a solid save effort. So I think he got mesmerized by the strong skating of Riley Nutter, and he kind of panicked and let the thing just slide underneath him. He did absorb the contact from Nutter, but that was after the puck had crossed the goal line. So Riley Nutter, the senior forward, 6 feet and 170 pounds, of lightning speed, slides one past Sullivan. So they puck goes around behind the net, goal! Bishop Guertin. BG answers back just like that. BG in the attacking zone gets one past Sorrentino, and we got a 1-1 hockey game. Believe the goal will go, I believe, to Mike Schaff, number 15. We'll have to await for the scorer's announcement, but South-Pelham's lead was short-lived. Save made by Sorrentino, put back goal. BG with 2 goals in about 5 seconds have taken a 2-1 lead. Sorrentino made the nice left pad save, but then putting the puck over his left pad was number 13, Michael Keeley, with the goal. Keeley, Johnny on the spot there for the rebound, unchecked, and he had a wide open net to work with. 2-1 BG on top in the first period of this opening round playoff game here at Skate 3. Just 5 minutes into this one, tremendous excitement. We're looking on at Bedford, the BCTV cable broadcast of the Nashua North Bedford basketball game. Shot over the net, another chance. Sean Kelly at 4:17 of the period got the first goal. We'll await the second goal announcement. .458, so the 2 goals came only, well, let's see, 41 seconds apart. 41 seconds apart between the 2 goals. BG takes the lead just like that, and South-Pelham's got to be a bit shell-shocked. As the puck goes across the blue line and into the corner, Riley Nutter, 1-on-2, trying to make something happen. Puck gets cleared all the way around the boards. So the final score in the Nashua North opening round basketball game, that was girls basketball. Bedford eliminates Nashua North 70-54 the final. So unfortunately the Titans, the girls basketball team, is out of the Division I tournament. Meanwhile, South is playing at Memorial. Going on right now, as a matter of fact, I believe. Still, we'll have to await the final of that one. Yeah, we'll look it up. Around the boards it goes. That was a quick game for Bedford and Nashua North. Won by the Bulldogs by 16 points to move ahead in the standings. Of course, Bedford was ranked number 3 and Nashua North 14, so anything less would have been a surprise from Bedford. South-Pelham's going to ice this one, and we'll have a face-off back to the right of Sorrentino with 8:17 to go first period. So what a short-lived lead that was for Nashua South-Pelham on the Riley Nutter goal. BG coming back just a minute later to tie it, and then 41 seconds after that they took the go-ahead goal and put that up on the board. So 2-1 with 8:17 remaining in the first period here at Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsborough. Puck into the corner. South-Pelham trying to get it out. Bishop Guertin has it. In front, good clearing play by defenseman Dante Young, standing in front of the goal to prevent any scoring chance there. Riley Nutter had it on his stick momentarily. BG would do well to keep it away from the senior forward to continue their success in this one. Getting his stick tied up was Joe Moore at the blue line, number 12 for South-Pelham, and coming away with it, Sean Kelly's shot misses the net, goes all the way around, and the Kings have an opportunity here. This is Paige Anger. Paige lost the handle, had a chance for a scoring try there, but not able to penetrate the BG defense as they send it down the ice And there's a line change. I think some of the South-Pelham fans thought that was icing. Player gets dumped in front of the net. They consider it incidental contact. Johnny Pinkston trying to split the defense. Goes to the ice. They let that go. And again, the Kings fans think they might have got a call there. In front, shot on goal. Good save by Sullivan. And tremendous stick work in front of the goal. The Kings fans think that maybe the goalie should get something for his stick work, but Christopher Sullivan getting the benefit of the doubt from the officials for defending his crease there. In the furious action after the save, we're right back to the face-off circle. 7:07 remains first period. An exciting first period of play, fast-paced here at Skate 3. And the winner of this one will advance to play against Concord on Saturday, just 3 days away. Declan Wilkie hustling down and trying to forecheck and steal that puck away. Instead, this is Christopher Skelly, number 4 for South-Pelham, who sends it with some touch over the blue line, so it is not icing. Far boards. There's a check by number 10, Joshua Kinghorn, but BG still manages to come up ice with it. Michael Schaff over the blue line, stick save by Serentino, directs it aside. That had a great chance to find the back of the net. The snapshot, again a save on Schaff by Serentino. He's got about 10 so far in this first period. Loose puck in front. South-Pelham not doing a good job of clearing it immediately, but now they got a 2-on-1. And the puck jumps over the stick of Ryan DeSimone, who goes to the boards. Eludes a check, but loses the puck as BG works it out nicely and niftily along the far boards. A self pass. We could have had a holding call there. They let it go. Number 13, Michael Keeley, was making his way through the face-off circle, and it was just enough of a tug on his shirt. You might call it offensive pass interference in football on that. Good clean check by Cameron Avery, the defenseman. The puck goes up into the netting. There'll be a face-off to Christopher Sullivan's left. No penalties yet in this first period in this game, this first round tournament game. Again, South-Pelham coming in with a record under 500 at 8-9-1, and BG at 11-7, but the two teams have been pretty even through the first 10 minutes. And Christopher Sullivan elects to freeze the puck. There'll be a face-off to his left here at Skate 3. You can see as Pete Johnson zooms in there on the face-off circle, there's a lot of fans just standing around the rink, and they have to. Every seat is taken here in the Tyngsborough Arena. Heavy contact in front, actually pushes Chris Sullivan into his net, but he had his glove on the puck, and I think that stayed outside of the crease. BG will get a line change. Out to take the face-off for the Cardinals will be Mark McGahey against South-Pelham's Joe Moore, number 12, with his back to the camera. Near point is Brendan Rayome, who'd like to get a shot away. Puck, a neutral win there, as a loose puck picked up for Bishop Guertin. Joe Moore does keep it in, but only for a second, and they'll call the offside and restart at the far dot. Inside the zone, they're going to say, I guess. Not sure what the call was there, but advantage South-Pelham with a face-off in the offensive zone. Trailing by a goal, their top line out there. Moore with a face-off win, but BG, actually Moore has it in traffic. Loose puck picked up by Dylan Nutter. Dylan trying to feed it out in front to Joe Moore, gets decked, and BG takes possession. A missed pass there. They're going to wave off the icing, say South-Pelham should have played it. First to get it is Mark McGahey, centering pass, but Riley Nutter on the back check sends it up the boards, and that will be icing against South-Pelham, as the Kings do get a line change, but at the expense of a face-off in their own zone. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first period here at Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsborough. Exciting first round New Hampshire Division I boys ice hockey action. Head coach for South-Pelham is Sean Connors. Head coach for Bishop Guertin is Gary Bishop. Like a shortstop or a first baseman fielding a short hop, goaltender Nate Serentino makes nice work of that skipping puck as he scoops it up with that big catcher's mitt of his. Their wheel around shot, score! Top shelf. Michael Keeley off the faceoff makes it a 2-goal lead for the Cardinals. What a sniper's goal for Keeley. Pivoting in the far faceoff circle, and that shot might have beaten the best goaltenders around as he went top shelf just under the crossbar and just inside the near post. 3-1 on the Keeley goal for BG. 4:43 to go first period. Kylie is the pronunciation. Derek Amaral on the faceoff, saved by Sullivan, and he holds on as a few Pelham players skated a little bit too close to Sullivan's glove hand for the BG defense's liking. Are we going to send somebody off to the penalty box here? Maybe we are. I don't know. Let's see if a BG player is going to go off. No. Incidental. And that's hockey, say the refs on that play. Some of the fans were barking for some sort of a call on the physicality. Loose puck, dangerous for BG, way out of his net is Sullivan, and almost poking it underneath him there was Ryan DeSimone. Just for a moment, it looked like Sullivan may have left some opening down below as he did on the Riley Nutter goal to open the scoring tonight. So the opening goal by South Pelham, and then 3 unanswered goals by the Bishop Guertin Cardinals to assert their favorite status here. In this one, up 3-1. Face-off, Joe Moore kind of shot it to the far diagonal. Paige Anger in there trying to steal it away. And that's going to go right on net, so it's not going to be icing. Poke job by Serentino, nicely done. They get it out of the zone. And a couple of BG players had a tag up. Good defense there by the goaltender and the back-checking defenseman. Right through the slot. No BG player to collect. Centering pass stopped by Joshua Kinghorn around the boards and not out. South Pelham struggling to get it out of the zone. Now they do. A slap shot from center ice by Michael Schaff. And a giveaway by the Kings. Wrist shot, goal! Patrick Madden got loose in the high slot and he ripped a wrister. That right-handed shot to the far left-hand side of the net down low. I don't know if Nate Serentino ever really got a good look at that one. And it is the 4th goal of the opening period for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, opening up a huge lead, 4-1. Harkening back to their January 5 victory at the Conway, Bishop Guertin scored 3 goals in the entire game for a 3-1 win. A much more defensive-minded contest that one was compared to this one. 4 goals already in the opening frame, just 12 minutes in for the Cardinals, and they are hungry for more as Sam Cronin crossed the line shot, and looking behind him was Serentino. He froze the puck under his right pad, and he just figured that out after the whistle. So dire situation for the South Pelham Kings as they are running into a BG team that is looking much better, a whole level of hockey better than they did back on January 5 in that 3-1 contest. They seem to be creating a scoring chance every time down the ice, including right off of that face-off as Serentino forced to make another save on a bouncing puck right at him. Just under 3 minutes to go first period. BG keeping the pressure on in the offensive zone. Face-off win in the near corner. Puck fought for. A couple of BG players to only one Pelham King player. Shot, save, blocker. Nice job by Nate Serentino as he took away the upper corner near side. That shot was labeled for a goal as well. Trying to go one-on-one far side. Ryan DeSimone throws it in on Sullivan, and he wastes no time on freezing the puck for a face-off to his left. Quarter-final round awaits the winner of this one. Bishop Guertin trying to earn the right to play Concord for the 3rd time. That's right, BG has played conquered twice already this season. If they win this game, they will be playing them for the third time, but this time it'll be a playoff game, single elimination. Heavy hitting, Serentino forced to make another brilliant save with that right pad. As South-Pelham handing out the hits, but giving up the scoring chances at the same time. Cross-ice pass, the Cardinals have it. And they shoot it over the blue line, but not out. Now it's still in. Good back check by Riley Nutter, and Riley Nutter's gonna go off for an elbow. I thought it's against Bishop Guertin. What is that? A high stick is called against the Cardinals. Forgive me. I thought Riley Nutter administered an elbow to one of the BG players. I missed the high stick against the Cardinals. So they'll be shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. There's just 1:55 remaining in the first period. So the Cardinals will be shorthanded, barring a goal here by South-Pelham. And the Kings would easily trade a goal to make it a 2-goal game. Nutter shot, saved by Sullivan, and he hangs on. Riley Nutter just lifted a backhander at Christopher Sullivan, and he was ready for it. Kind of a redirected shot in a way, with not too much on it. So Riley Nutter will go back to the point right here. He keeps it in with that long reach. Snapshot deflected, and not in! It did not go in. The net came off its moorings. Face off to the right of Sullivan. How did that not go in the net? It seemed to be deflecting to that open far side, but somehow it hit the ice, and the Cardinals goalie and defenders were able to clear it away before it trickled or slid across the goal line. Still a 4-1 hockey game in favor of the Cardinals, with 1:40 to go in the period and 1:45 remaining in the power play. Nutter with a wrister deflected to the far corner. Derek Amaral is serving the high-sticking minor in the box for the Cardinals. 5-on-4 action as the Kings take it out of their own end. Johnny Pinkston, cross ice, goes to Christopher Skelly. Skelly eludes 2 checks but gives up possession behind the net. Pinkston hands out a check. Here comes the Cardinals. This is Patrick Madden going one-on-one. Madden in front. Oh, he just lost the handle. That far side of the net was waiting for him, but it slid off the end of his stick. Nutter is going to get tripped. A leg tripping call against the Cardinals, and it will be whistled now. It's going to be 5-on-3. Riley Nutter is flexing that right knee. That's nothing funny, no laughing matter that. When you stick out a leg on a player like that, anybody that's old enough to remember Bobby Orr, you can get some serious injury out of that when you go and stick your leg out to a guy's knee joint at full speed like that. So it was number 21 on 21. To the box will go Aaron Pratt, one of the co-captains for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, will be in the box. A junior from Groton. And maybe a wise timeout here by Nashua South-Pelham, as they're going to let their star player Riley Nutter gather himself after that near knee injury and go back on the power play, which is a very concerning power play for BG right now. They are going to be down 5-on-3 for the next 48 seconds of this first period, and then extending into the next period, they will be down a man for about a minute 20. That's barring 2 goals here in the final 48 seconds for South-Pelham. If they get 2 goals, they'll be within 1. Of course, the first things first, they need to score with the 2-man advantage to make it a 2-goal game. Bishop Guertin with 4 unanswered here in the first period after the Riley Nutter opened the scoring with a breakaway goal to make it 1-0 in favor of South-Pelham. So a timeout as Sean Connors, the head coach of the Nashua South-Pelham Kings, talks strategy with his team, including his assistant coaches, Doug Burns and Justin Chuley. Head coach Gary Bishop for BG is assisted by Mark Mantone and Dan Phillips. Taking the face-off for the Kings is Christopher Skelly. And Skelly, number 4, trying to come out of the pack with it. He does. Joe Moore near point. 5-on-3 for South Pelham. The wrister through traffic. Glove saved by Sullivan. And he clamps down. Face off to his left. That took only 13 seconds off the clock. 35 seconds to go in the period. Still a 5-on-3 advantage for the Kings, who would desperately like to get a goal here before intermission. Up 5-on-3. And that is out. Joe Moore stops it, but in the neutral zone, and the Kings have to clear. A chip and chase as Moore dumps it in, goes in after. They try to shoot it up on the boards and out, but it is Skelly that stopped it. He's got Joe Moore trying to find Riley Nutter. The shot on the one-timer deflected, and it goes just wide. Puck goes to the rear boards. We got another penalty coming up against the Cardinals. Yet another penalty. Apparently hitting the player when he's down. Michael Schaaf is going to go to the box. So it's 3 penalties against the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. There's 8 seconds remaining on the original high-sticking call on Amaral. That's a cross-check on a player that was laying on the ice. And I don't believe they can go 5-on-2, so that penalty won't be started until the 8 seconds is up. There's only 3 seconds to go in the period. Shot on goal, saved by Sullivan. There's 0.3 remaining in the period. South Pelham trying to make the most of the waning seconds here with a 5-on-3 that will persist into period number 2. And that will do it. But don't go anywhere, folks. Even though the South Pelham Kings are down 4-1 here after 1 period of play, they will be enjoying a 2-man advantage for the next 2 minutes, I believe. I think they have to reset that clock. They started the clock on the 3rd penalty when there is no 5-on-2 advantage possible. So I think they're going to have to talk about what the clock should read for the 2 penalties. It will be 5-on-3 in South Pelham's favor when the new period starts. Actually, no, at 5 seconds into the 2nd period, we will still have a 5-on-3 for the next 1:12. We'll explain it when we come back. I'm John Collins, along with our cameraman, Pete Johnson, in his first round Division I New Hampshire Boys Hockey Tournament action here at Skate 3. We'll be back with the exciting 2nd period action right after this break.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes, and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Welcome back, everybody, to Skate 3 Arena in Tyngsborough. John Collins here on Nashua ETV's coverage of the opening round 2019 New Hampshire Division I Boys Ice Hockey Playoff game. Bishop Guertin, the hometown favorites in this one, with a record of 11-7 on the season, hosting the Nashua South-Pelham Kings, who they did defeat on January 5, 3-1 during the regular season. They are up 4-1 after 1 period of play here, but South Pelham will start the period with a 5-on-3 advantage that will continue. Even now it does, because the previous 5-on-3, the 3rd penalty in a row, expired. So it's still 5-on-3 because BG got 3 minor penalties, one on top of the other. And so it's still 5-on-3 advantage for the next 46 seconds for South Pelham. The wrister in traffic, and it trickles, and it's cleared away by Samuel Cronin. The defenseman was standing right there on the near post beside the wide open net. A fresh sheet of ice here. It's been zambonied for us here at skate 3. Easily across the line with the 5-on-3 advantage are the Kings. A snapshot from the point deflected. And Sullivan off the side of the net by Riley Nutter. Nutter has the only goal for South Pelham in this one. As they open the scoring, went up 1-0. And then BG got 4 unanswered. Looks like the 5-on-3 is going to go by the boards as Joe Moore goes back to collect the puck. And the second penalty has expired. So now it's 5-on-4 advantage for the next 45 seconds for South Pelham. Closing in, the deflected shot by Josh Kinghorn, and it's still loose. It's cleared away. Losing his glove on the ice was Sullivan. Fortunate that puck didn't go by him as well. Stepping up for the steal at the blue line, Sean Kelly doing a good job, number 22 for BG, short-handed to kill more time with that steal. Oh, there it is, right there. And Tom King will join us shortly here on Nashua TV.
A lot of action. John Collins, a lot of action. And I'll tell you what, watch out here.
Mr. Loose puck,
yeah,
and again dodging a bullet is Sullivan.
Sullivan has been
defense.
really good in net, but he's getting some help. But South is getting a lot of penetration. They just can't finish. And it's a 4-1 game because they had that lax period after they took the 1-0 lead, which I've seen South Pelham do a million times this year. And I'll tell you what, you can't relax in this game because here's an example. Oyster River in the game before this, in the Division II preliminary round game, they scored the tying goal with 0.2 of a second left in the second period, and the game was never the same after that.
Ouch! Alvern gets eliminated.
Yep.
4-2 final. So BG with a face-off in their own zone. As Tom said, South Pelham generated some scoring chances, but not able to finish.
But I had a nice, comfy area. See how dedicated I am, Pete Johnson, sitting up in the Islanders box. Warm, probably about 80 degrees.
Too warm. Long shot down behind
but here I am, John Collins, to be with you.
Yes. Welcome.
BG's goal right now is probably to get 3 more this period.
Oh, heavy hit right there.
That's a big hit.
And they just say it's clean play, do they?
Yeah.
Yep. It's heavy hitting.
That's Pinkston. Pinkston will do that. You have to watch out for him.
I'll tell you what, Johnny Pinkston took a hit earlier in the game, and his family members say he actually vomited on the sideline and then came right back out on the ice. It was such a heavy hit that he took from Samuel Cronin in the game's opening minutes.
They are going at it.
They sure are. People are taking runs at each other at full speed. And the sticks get up high. And that's going to be a penalty against the Kings. Another slash for his money's worth there by Ryan DeSimone is going to be going off.
That's a bad penalty.
Yeah.
Just no reason for that.
Oh, he's going to call it against BG?
He may call it against both.
No, he put his arm down.
No, because BG touched the puck. They didn't blow it.
What is that?
Maybe he didn't call it at all. No penalty at all.
I am sorry, I misspoke. I don't know what that was with the hand above the head. It must
the hand above the head would have been neutral zone. Delayed offsides, exactly.
Delayed offside, excuse me, folks.
But that would have been a bad penalty. I didn't think the sticks were that high.
Did you see the slash after the play?
That I did not see.
Wow.
And neither did the ref.
I could hear it up here.
And here we go.
This is loose puck, Nutter! And Nutter scores himself, but not the puck.
Exactly. And that's what Riley Nutter has learned to do. Use his legs for a quick stride, and it usually works. That time, he ran out of room, John.
Yeah.
He ran out of room.
Well, he intimidated the goaltender in the goal that he did get as Serratino kind of melted down out of his defensive stance and just let the puck slide underneath him for the game's only goal. There was a disputed goal in the South Pelham North Souhegan game where Riley Nutter crashed into the goalie's pad and it counted. So that's kind of his modus operandi. He goes right at the goaltender like a running back over the goal line.
2-on-1.
Wrister.
Wide.
And he never really got it on net. did Derek Amaral.
That's because it became a 2-on-2 eventually.
Wrister from the point by Avery misses, and Avery got decked after he shot it. The BG point man. Nutter with his back to the net, throws it down the boards, heavy hitting. In front, Joe Moore tried to get a shot away. It was taken off of his stick by Declan Wilkie. Number 2. Wilkie avoids a check by Nutter and shoots it cross ice. Here comes BG. This is Michael Kiley.
Had a perfect pass, but just a little bit too far in front. There's
Kiley
one
with the feed, and no, he's denied.
That's a save that Sarantino was not making in the first period.
Yeah, he let 4 go by. Did have a lot of saves, but Kiley missed an opportunity there, right in the low slot on a great feed from the corner. BG, no goals yet in this period for either team. 4-1. It started out with a 5-on-3 advantage for South-Pelham that they were not able to capitalize on. Here come the Cardinals, keeping the pressure on. Puck near corner, heavy hitting, shakes the boards and the glass. Shove from behind, and what do we got?
Gonna get a penalty.
Cross check.
Yep, it's gonna be against the Kings.
South-Pelham. The Kings will be a man down here, along with being 3 goals down already.
Jacob Guerrero, 13.
So the Kings, Jake Guerrero to the box for cross-checking. We are about 5 minutes into the second period, a scoreless second period so far. Next goal, of course, is huge to set the tone, and would be devastating to South-Pelham to go down by 4. And they lost the only meeting of the season by just 2 goals in what looks like a defensive battle. Compared to this, it was 3-1 for the entire contest in favor of BG.
What a great crowd.
It's packed here at Skate 3 on a Wednesday night.
It was a pretty good crowd for Albert Oyster River, too.
The winner of this one will play Concord. They got the opening round bye, and Tom, as you know, BG has played Concord twice already this season.
Yeah, and it hasn't gone well.
Losing by goal each time.
Well, the 5-4 game was more like a 5-2. Yeah, not as close as the score indicated.
And here's BG with a chance. The wrister hits glass. That came off the stick of Michael Schaff.
BG scored 2 goals in the last minute 12.
To make it close. At the point, this is Pat Madden. The shot goes over the crossbar. And Sarantino might have got a little piece of it. Schaff far side, shovels it on ahead. Michael Schaff with his back to the puck. Johnny Pinkston giving him some room over there. 5-on-4. BG.
Watch out for the rebound. Oh, a nice job by the Kings to get that puck away. Just poked away. I think Skelly got a little bit of it.
Far side. Schaff lining it up. Gets it back. Patrick Madden tees it up and
how did Sarantino see it?
Did a good job. Steered it to the corner. And there's 28 seconds left to go on the power play.
Gotta keep shooting it. Just got to keep putting it down on net if you're BG. You got an opening right there.
A bullet that hit a Kings player in front. Sarantino saves it, and paying the price in front of the goal was number 5, Dante Young. He absorbed that slap shot.
There is a lot of play in that crease area on both ends of the ice. 8:27 left to go in the second period. 4-1 BG with the lead. We actually thought they had 5, watching from the Islanders box, we thought they had a 5th goal in there, but they didn't put one up, so only 4-1.
So BG taking the face-off for the Cardinals will be Sean Kelly.
Oh,
he wins
one-timer!
a shot and a save by Sarantino, who wasn't sure he had it.
Exactly, John. Good observation. He looked behind him. Whenever a goalie looks behind him, you think it's in the net, and it wasn't. It was underneath him.
He had trapped it under that right leg again.
That is an excellent one-timer.
Yeah, what a setup. Off the face-off win, and Sean Kelly wasn't originally going to take the face-off. Now it's a deflected shot, goes off the glass up behind the goaltender. And Kelly in on it again, in on the play, shoving against, I think that's Pinkston over there. No, it's Riley Nutter who got knocked to the ice. Good shift, Schaff in, shot, save, looked like a blocker save that time by Sarantino.
But that's a great shot by Schaff to get that move closer and get it on.
Yeah.
And Sarantino, a much better second period. He's got 9 saves already in this period, and he's kept BG off the scoreboard.
Mark McGahee on the face-off for BG. nearly won it. Schaff at the point. The wrister goes
Scored.
into the net. A deflection. I think the goal is going to go to Sean Kelly.
22.
Number
Sean
22,
Kelly,
Sean Kelly gets the goal.
Got his stick down and he got deflected in. Nothing Sarantino could do.
Nothing. It was going wide before Kelly directed it into the goal. And Tom, it was an even strength goal. It felt like a power play.
It did. Because they were right down low. Shot from just outside the face-off circle. 5-1 BG. You've got to think that they're in command now to make it to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, you absolutely do. Even though there's a whole period plus the 8 minutes in this one left to go. You just don't. There's the announcement. And BG saves Sarantino.
But John,
from Schaff.
I think our heads are stuck. Our necks are stuck.
Looking to our right.
I don't know if I can even turn it to my left.
I know it.
Because it's been a while.
Pete Johnson, our cameraman, is to our right, so we're not blocking his view. As the South-Pelham Kings again fail to get it out of the zone. Snapshot save off the blocker.
Saved by Sarantino. He's lucky that no one was there for the rebound.
Foot race, trying to win it, DeSimone, but beating him to it, Sam Cronin. Cronin crashes to the boards. He looks like he's okay as they trade blows.
That was a clean hit. He didn't hit him from behind.
Dante Young back to get it.
And didn't hit him into the boards. It was the momentum took him in.
Right. Oh, there's a shoulder to shoulder. Good check, knocks him off the puck. And the Kings able to clear.
See, that's the kind of check you can make.
Yeah, keep your elbow down.
Right, and you don't have to incur a penalty.
No headshots.
Unfortunately, high school kids aren't used to making those checks.
Right.
7:08 to play here in the second period of 5-1 hockey game in the Division I preliminary round game.
As you know, Tom, the BG girls hockey team season came to an end yesterday.
BG lost, John, in overtime.
In overtime.
And that's a tough one. And I'll tell you another tough one. Souhegan loses 6-4. They were home.
Wow.
And so girls hockey in our general area.
Done
for the year.
That was a 4-3 loss.
4-3 loss where they had a 3-2 lead.
BG girls to
They gave up the tying goal inside of 4 minutes.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker. So lost in overtime to St.
Here we
Thomas
go.
Skating by everybody and alone. Shift saved by Sarantino as he took Patrick Madden to the wide side.
It's a great play.
Here comes Joe Moore across the blue line. Checked off the puck. Good defense at the blue line by Aiden Wilkie.
Great job by Madden.
And
here's
back
Madden
for
again.
Moore's Madden. Shot save.
Rebound.
Another chance. And he missed the net somehow.
Yeah, John, I'll tell you why in a second. Next stoppage in play.
Did that hit the post?
No, it went wide.
It just went wide as he got 2 bites at the apple there. Patrick Madden, his third chance in a minute.
Oh, they're going to look for a hit.
The Kings want to hit from behind.
Gonna get the call.
They're going to get it. Hit from behind.
They're going to get it.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I think, is it Schaff, number 15?
I think it's on number 12, Patrick Madden.
Yes, you're right, it is. Madden's getting the penalty.
Yeah, that actually brought the Kings fans around us to their feet on the hit from behind.
But Madden missed the goal, the chance for the goal, because he took too long on the rebound. He tried to set it and shoot, and Sarantino cut his angle down, so he went for the far upper corner and missed it wide completely. The first shot, he went for the opposite corner and just missed that.
Johnny Pinkston tried to glove that, and he shook his hand after as if that hurt his fingers.
Now this has been an Achilles heel for the Kings all year long. Their own power play. It has not been good.
It's been a hot mess tonight, too.
And I get a kick every time I ask Sean Connors about it. He closes his
Nutter.
eyes. Watch out.
Wrister.
Score!
How
about
Their
that?
big man comes up big. Number 21.
How about that?
Nutter.
Huh?
One of the fans is giving it to you about the power play comment.
Every time I ask Sean Connors about it, he grins, he closes his eyes, he goes, we're working on it. Nutter just worked on it.
You got to have your biggest players step up in big situations,
And he has been, in the last 5 or 6 games, their best player.
Well, he ripped that shot over the shoulder.
Oh, he did.
Of
Chris
Sullivan.
Yep.
I mean, not many goalies are going to stop that one. He used the defenseman as a screen as well.
They got to take the penalty time off the clock.
Yeah, it's 5-on-5 now.
Yep, 5-on-5.
What South-Pelham sorely needed when they were down 4-1.
They sure did. They had 5-1.
And a 5-on-3.
They'd given up 5 unanswered.
Yeah. Heavy hitting. BG trying to answer back immediately, and they're going to pull the goalie.
Yep, delayed penalty. And it's going to go, as Serentino made the save, it's going to go on the Kings, and now it'll be the opposite.
Is he sending 2 people off?
I don't think so. That was a delayed call.
It was a delayed call.
So why was it a delayed call? Are there 2 people in the box?
I think during the delay, he picked up an infraction from a South-Pelham player. I believe
the delayed penalty was on South-Pelham.
Oh yeah, okay.
All right.
I'm sorry. So
now we're wondering
looking at
why
Simone, he's in the box, but I think also Christopher Kiley's in the box. Strange. No, maybe he's just in the area of the penalty box.
Well, maybe the delayed penalty was on BG.
Strange.
It was, because it's 5-on-4. So the penalty call was on the Cardinals.
It was on the Cardinals.
We thought it was on because the Cardinals had taken a shot.
Yep.
But that's when they blew the whistle.
All right. So
not on Serentino's
we'll
save.
wait the penalty announcement. Chris Kiley is in the box.
Yeah, but first they've got to fix the clock. They've got to get that penalty time off the clock.
They got to get the number
2 minutes
12
back
and
on.
114 off the clock and put up 18 in 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Number 18 in 2 minutes. They're trying to do it right now. They're talking to the scorekeeper. They got to clean that up before we resume here. John Collins with Tom King. You're watching Nashua TV. First round action of the New Hampshire Division I Boys Hockey Tournament 2019. Cameraman Pete Johnson as they straighten out the penalty. It's going to be a power play for the South-Pelham Kings, down 5-2. It would be huge to get a penalty, goal here before the second period ends. We have fixed.
First game between these teams, a 3-1 game in favor of BG, and it was 2-1 through most of the third period until an empty net goal.
Different story so far here tonight.
Yeah, BG opened it up a little bit. I'll have to ask Gary Bishop after the game, no matter what the final score, what did he do to change?
So South-Pelham having a difficult time coming out of their own end here, up a man. And just killing all times of clock is Sean Kelly. Kelly, centering pass. Player got dumped behind the play. Here comes Josh Kinghorn in front. Oh, Riley Nutter almost threw it across with his glove. He was right in front when that puck came down in the crease. He might have done well just to let it fall.
I think he should have. I was going to say that. Sullivan was trying to line it up. Nutter batted it with his glove.
It might have bounced 5-hole.
Exactly. I would have let the goalie play it and then see what could have happened.
Yeah. Nutter almost took it out of the danger zone there by gloving it on his way through. Number 21, Riley Nutter, is going to take the face off.
Can they make a liar out of me again?
I think the Kings fans would love it.
Sure would.
That's a win for BG on the face-off for Tyler, make that Ben Young around the boards and out. 1:15 left in the power play for the Kings as Joe Moore goes back to get it. And he plays it up the far boards. Sean Connors gets pinched off far boards. Kings need to go down and get that puck, and they can't before it's cleared. A foot race here. The goalie's going to win it.
Nice play by Serentino.
Deflected off Moore's stick. Falling to the ice was Chris Kelly. Skelly is how he's spelled.
Skelly, yep.
Loose puck. Nutter has it. Centering pass. A deflected pass. Almost went in an own goal.
Watch out now with BG at a 2-on-1 as the player falls.
Schaff shoots it. Scores. Michael Schaff with a sniper's goal near side. A little bit of an opening upstairs was all he needed.
The short-handed killer.
Oh, yeah.
And what happened, John? Brandon Ram fell down. He slipped.
Yeah.
It was going to be a 2-on-1, but he got back to try to knock the player off the puck, and he slipped.
I tell you what, I think Michael Schaff, the sophomore defenseman who is from Nashua, is going to get an unassisted goal here.
I think
he was the one that broke up the centering pass by Riley
right,
Nutter.
Exactly.
Amazing.
And I was going to say Nutter before he became more of a scorer. Let's see if you're right. Evidently, yep, unassisted.
Unassisted.
Yep.
What a play by
because
Michael
Nutter
Schaff.
was more of a playmaker the first half of the year, so that kind of a pass I'm not surprised at.
Yeah.
Too bad it couldn't for the Kings that he couldn't have connected.
6 goals for the BG Cardinals here in the second period.
And we're going to have a penalty now.
Against BG?
Yep, probably a trip as Pinkston goes down. And then there's another hit.
I think I'm going to say that's just a wayward skater instead of any intent. So another BG player to the box.
It's going to be Schaff, right?
Yes. Not sure what he did. But safe to say, a very good defenseman is in the penalty box.
We got 2 BG players in there. I wonder if...
Is there a misconduct
I
going
wonder
on?
if there was a misconduct going on and someone's got to serve it.
Wow, maybe you're right.
Yeah, there was 2 in the box in the other penalty as well.
Yeah.
This is what happens to Guertin. They get penalty happy sometimes. And it has affected them a lot this year. It's a young team, that's why.
Yeah.
They're not cheap penalties, but they end up getting in them.
And you can't do it against a team like Concord, who will await the winner of this one.
And it hurt them in the first game against Concord. In the second game, actually, I think in both games against Concord.
Rister from the point. South-Pelham is on the power play. Pinkston trying to take it out of his own zone. Eludes a check, but loses the puck. And now he clears it onto the stick of Josh Kinghorn. Kinghorn batted away at the blue line by Sam Cronin, who's played a solid game for BG. Skelly nearly had it stolen away from him in the defense.
So see, I've been kind of half right.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, mostly right. There's been so many power play opportunities for South Pelham. They've had 2 goals and only 1 on the power play. They have had, you add up the minutes that they have been on the power play, it's probably half a period. It's probably something like 15 minutes of power play. Shot, save
by Sullivan, and the rebound cleared because the rebound was a goal waiting to happen. That whole side was empty.
Just getting a pad on it was Sullivan.
29 seconds left in the penalty, 1:37 left in the period. 6-2 the score.
Back to get it are the Cardinals, but stolen away by South Pelham. Around the boards it comes to Josh Kinghorn. Kinghorn playing catch with Riley Nutter, reverses direction. Kinghorn has it, back to Nutter. Looking point, face-off circle, gets all the way back to the point. Cross-ice pass Skelly. 3 seconds on the man advantage. Moore returns it to Skelly. Face-off circle, shot misses, rebound. Nutter has it, it's 5-on-5. Nutter circling, oh, a deflected shot goes off.
And they're still putting the pressure on 5-on-5.
Centering pass. Nutter keeps it in. Players are tired out there right now. Rister right at the goalie. Rebounds, loose puck, save.
Oh,
and
watch out with Sullivan, watch out. Watch out.
Christopher Sullivan is livid
well,
at
you know
Joshua
what?
Kinghorn.
Sullivan has a temper. Refs are not doing a good job here, John.
No, they are totally away from the play.
Yeah, not doing a good job at all. They needed to be right down there and stay down there until the players separated, and they didn't do it.
They left them.
Not a good job by the officials at all. At all. When you get a player as hot as Sullivan is, you've got to stay there until everybody cools down.
You have got to diffuse that situation.
They did not do a good job at all.
And as a result, more penalties to sort through with 48 seconds to go in the second period.
That is on the officials. I'm sorry, that really is oblivious. Leaving everybody alone.
Tom King almost as livid as Christopher
Sullivan. Really, I am. I mean, they're adults. They should know better. They really should.
Oh,
they need to separate the teams when you get a player as hot as Sullivan was. Sullivan, I saw over there, punch a South Pelham player in the first period. Punched him with his glove, and no call.
Whoa.
I was right behind him. behind the glass.
And they let it
They
go
are
on.
not doing a good job in this hockey game.
And that could be real trouble in the third period.
And I hope somebody who knows them hears this. And somebody in authority hears this.
They could use 3 referees out there, Tom.
They really could, John.
Lengthy break in the action here with 48 seconds to go. And
I mean,
it
really,
comes back to the point that
I'm still
Tom
shaking my
made.
head over it.
Had they not skated away from the pack while Sullivan was going into his annex, and you know how the defensemen and the players come to the goalie's defense.
Exactly.
And they start throwing punches
All
on behalf of the
you do is one player take white, one player take blue, one ref take white,
and
one ref take
separate
blue,
them.
separate them, and that's it. You get your penalty for the whatever caused Sullivan to be angry, and you're done.
Instead, we have penalties on top of penalties because of that unchaperoned skirmish. And South-Pelham Kings don't like whatever the decision is
No,
here.
Sean Connors is upset.
Joshua Kinghorn
You got to wonder if he's losing anybody for this game.
took a little
And
extra
BG, you
swipe.
don't want to lose anybody for the game with a disqualification because you're done for the year, or done for the next game at least.
Yeah. I believe that among the players getting penalized
Nutter.
will be South-Pelham's
Nutter looks
best
like
player.
he's in there.
Yep, you're right. Nutter is in the box.
It'll be 4-on-4.
Kinghorn's in the box.
And right now, the only penalty we see is one on South-Pelham.
Wow. So we have matching penalties and then the extra one against South-Pelham. So BG's on the power play, folks, for 45
Boy,
seconds.
I'll tell you, I couldn't
Teeing
believe
it
that.
up, Madden hit the post. Rang the iron to the right of Serentino. Or else it would be 7-2.
I know it.
2 inches to the right.
And that's their goal, get 5 goals, because if they go up by 6 in the third, it's running time. And
Wow.
I'm sure Guertin would like that.
Yep.
I'm sure the administrators would like that too
Yep.
for BG, just to get everybody out of here, you know,
To the
because of the way
point.
things are.
Madden. Patrick Madden. He's had his own Madden video game going here for BG. And a cross-ice pass saved by Serentino. Aiden Wilkie on it. 1 second, that's it.
That'll do it. So an eventful second period and a 6-2 hockey game with BG leading South-Pelham. 1 period away from reaching the Division I quarterfinals and ending their rival Kings season.
That's Tom King, I'm John Collins. We'll be back with third period action of this playoff game, round 1 here at Skate 3 right after this.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back, everybody, to Skate 3 here in Tyngsborough, Massachusetts, the home rink of the Bishop Guertin Cardinals boys ice hockey team, which is now only 15 minutes away from advancing in the 2019 Division I tournament to play Concord in the quarterfinal round. So we have a couple players still in the penalty box for South-Pelham and one for Bishop Guertin. We have 55 seconds remaining on the South-Pelham power play. And goal! BG adds to their lead, 7-2, they are up. BG was on the power play to begin the period. I misspoke, it was BG that was up 5 players to 4, and they walked right in and made easy work of goal number 7. Only 24 seconds into the period. Oh, things go from bad to worse for the South-Pelham Kings. It was a very chippy second period of play. As we make our way into the third here, John Collins with Tom King. Our cameraman is Pete Johnson. So I believe that is the South-Pelham Kings' best player, Riley Nutter, who is serving something that must be on the lines of a 10-minute misconduct. We have not seen him on the ice for a solid, I'd say 4 or 5 minutes already, and he doesn't seem to be moving anytime soon. So Riley Nutter. Shot from a tough Aiden Wilkie got the goal for BG 24 seconds into the third period, walking right in on goaltender Nate Serentino. Loose puck in the slot, saved by Serentino, and he gets the stick to the shin guards of Aaron Pratt, just in case Pratt had any ideas of gold mining for the puck there. Good job of Nate Serentino not yielding any rebound on that shot from the high slot by BG. So a 5-goal lead for the Cardinals here as we open the third period of play with another tally for BG. I think it's 6 goals would be running time here in the third period, so it's important for South-Pelham to have any prayer to come back to get the next one. Instead, BG on the attack again. Loose puck scooped away by Chris Skelly after a nice stick save by Nate Serentino. Johnny Pinkston trying to split the defense, gets sandwiched off the puck, and with it is Samuel Cronin to the neutral zone. A giveaway. Here comes Christopher Millward, number 19. Wrist shot, save Serentino. Millward wrapping it around off the boards. We have a penalty coming up. Nope. The net is off its moorings. No penalty, just a break in the action as they reset the posts, and we get a face-off to the right of Nate Serentino. A couple minutes into this third period, BG very much in command, up 7-2. First round bye for Concord, awaiting the winner of this one. Concord, who defeated Bishop Guertin twice this season. Had South managed the upset, they had a real daunting task to play Concord after losing to them 8-1 earlier in the season. And again, I think the net came off. Yeah, just a little bit, enough to bring a whistle and a face-off to Serentino's right. Derek Amaral taking the face-off for Bishop Guertin. Loose puck scooped up by the Cardinals in the attacking zone. Michael Kiley, who's got a goal in this one, centering pass to the face-off circle, and the Kings take it away. Johnny Pinkston skating wide. Johnny Pinkston with his head of steam. Shot saved by Sullivan. Loose puck still goes behind the net. Sullivan with a couple of quick saves in succession there to keep it a 7-2 contest. Near boards, scooped up by the Cardinals as they throw it to the neutral zone. Devin White for the Kings, try to find Joe Moore, number 12, but it eludes him, and BG turns it into a fast break. Here comes Kiley, near boards. Kiley, cross-ice pass, he missed his intended target, Declan Wilkie. In front, shot save! What a save by Serentino! And he gets taken down, the goaltender gets taken down behind, and he gets caught up with the player's stick. That was Michael Kiley that got caught up with Serentino in the goal mouth. Kiley had a golden opportunity for goal number 8 for the team, and his second. Kiley does a good poke check there, and the puck is in the corner. Derek Amaral fighting with Joshua Kinghorn and Joe Moore. Around the boards and out. This is Josh Kinghorn with it. Rister over the goal off the glass. Near boards. Bishop Guertin out of their own zone. Chance for a 2-on-1. Here they come. 2-on-1 try. Serentino makes the save. Aaron Pratt got robbed that time. Behind the net it goes. Benjamin Young takes a hit from Joe Moore, but BG retains possession. Near point. This is Aiden Wilkie. His shot takes a stick out of the hand of BG. Kings. BG scores the 8th goal of the game. I believe that was Aaron Pratt in the low slot that made it an 8-2 contest, and this could be running time now. 6-goal lead with just under 11 minutes left. BG dominating this opening round playoff game with their best player in the penalty box for an extended misconduct. Oh, just a tough blow to stomach for Nashua South-Pelham and their head coach Sean Connors. Got to be sick about having Nutter in the box, who was coming to the rescue of his goaltender, who got into a scuffle earlier. Tom King giving the officials all kinds of heat for leaving all the players alone on the ice to scuffle while they went over to the scorer's table. Serentino with the save, and I believe that it was during that scuffle that Nutter committed the infraction that put him in the penalty box for seemingly forever here. He may be nearing the end of his 10-minute misconduct, but damage being done by BG in the meantime. Loose puck. Kings trying to come out of their own end. They do. Johnny Pinkston smartly to the middle. And trying to go one-on-one with the defenseman. DeSimone has it taken away. Ryan DeSimone over there. It's 3-on-2 for the moment as BG shoves at the puck. And a rugby scrum. Puck comes loose and players going at it. They are going to call a high stick here as number 8, DeSimone, out of control, took a shot at the goaltender, Sullivan, as Sullivan was coming off for the extra added man. So DeSimone would be fortunate if he doesn't get an added on misconduct for taking a shot at the goalie on the delayed penalty, as the goalie was coming out of his net. DeSimone goes to the box for the high stick, just flagrantly right in front of the official, trying to get some payback up into the face mask of the BG player. I'm sure he'll tell you it was retaliation for something BG did, but the face mask, high stick was all that the official saw. Circling, Benjamin Young has the puck taken away. Kinghorn was going to line up a check, which number 21 for BG, Aaron Pratt, wanted no part of, so he backed away. Saved by Serentino, he hangs on, face-off to his right. It is running time here at Skate 3 as the whistle sounded for that save. The clock continued to run down toward 9 minutes. 1:25 left to go on the power play for Bishop Guertin, up 5 players to 4 because of the high sticking minor. Playing some catch on the point. Number 12, Patrick Madden. Number 15, Michael Schaff. Now it goes down in the corner. Benjamin Young trying to get it back to Patrick Madden. He does. Goes behind the net. This is Aiden Wilkie being poked at by defenseman Jake Guerrero. Wilkie having his way. Wrists one. It's deflected over the goalie, and Serentino gets credit for yet another save. He's been in a shooting gallery for much of this one, especially in these types of man-down situations. BG just setting up like in a rocking chair. There's a wrister that goes wide of the goal by Benjamin Young, who was in the low face-off circle. He misses that one. Trying to lift his stick and get it out was Camden Cole, number 6, and now the Kings do, as they shoot it the length of the ice and get a defense change. Onto the ice for the Kings comes Brandon Rome and Dante Young. Young clears it the length of the ice. 15 seconds left to go on the power play for Bishop Guertin, comfortably ahead 8-2 with running time in their favor. Ben Young lets one fly, and not a shot on goal that time as he went for the home run to the wide side and missed. BG circling again, looking for more as they go through the defense. This is Aiden Wilkie. Aiden Wilkie with it. Cleared by the Kings. Down ice comes Ryan DeSimone. Shoots it behind the goal, but BG's first to get it. Aaron Pratt around behind the net.
It didn't look as though they had gone to running time on the clock that they have now.
Yes, sir. Whistle.
And now if you're Guertin, you don't want to get anybody DQ'd.
Exactly.
They do have the misconduct.
Yeah.
It's on Kelly.
Sean Kelly's been in the box.
He is listed. He's listed on the score sheet with the misconduct. 16 penalties. 16 minutes of penalty minutes for Guertin in the first 2 periods.
How long is the misconduct for?
10 minutes.
All right.
I don't know if it's a game misconduct, which keeps him out of the game entirely. But it's 10 minutes, someone has to be in the box.
Yeah.
Which is a player who can't come on the ice.
So 6:44 remaining. Sorrentino is making all kinds of saves. There's a clean check there by Christopher Millward, number 19 of the Cardinals. Shoves his counterpart, number 19, Alex Evans, to the boards again. Goal! It slipped through Sorrentino. It's a 9-2 lead. And that was probably the softest goal that Nate Sorrentino's let up in the game.
Just kind of slid. It was one of those sliders. We call it a slider. Yeah. You know, and it just slid right through the It's a puck that just got momentum on the ice.
That's the type of goal that South-Pelham scored. Riley Nutter, the guy that's in the penalty box for this misconduct, way back eons ago, when South-Pelham actually led this game briefly 1-0.
1-0, yeah.
BG right back on the attack now, under 6 minutes running time remaining in this opening round playoff game.
But this is not the step that Sean Connors wanted his team to take. He wanted them not to get blinded by the bright lights of playing a team that they're not used to beating. You know what I mean? A team above them in the standings.
Josh Kinghorn over the blue line.
And that's what he wants this program to be able to accomplish, and it hasn't been able to do that yet.
Puck gets deflected over the boards. And we'll have a face-off far side as the clock continues to run. Yeah, I don't know what Riley Nutter did. Obviously, Sean Connors didn't think it merited a misconduct, but it just
he's out on
erased
the ice,
any
so
chance.
He's out there now. He's out there now.
He's out there now, but it erased any chance really they had to come back.
Yeah, to have Nutter off the ice, it just hurts.
And Riley Nutter, who is a senior, playing his last high school hockey game here, the last 5 minutes. Bouncer in on Sullivan, makes the save. There's nobody around him, so they don't blow the whistle.
He held it for long enough. Why didn't they blow the whistle? He wasn't going to do anything with it. Once you hold it that long, you've got to blow the whistle.
I saw that in an NHL game the other night.
He just held it for a while?
Tuukka Rask was the only one.
If he's moving with it, there's a different story.
Well, I want to say, there were 5 Bruins, all Bruins players were in their zone, and there were no attackers inside the blue line. The ref refused to blow the whistle. Rask had in his glove, he's finally played it. Here comes BG and just hauled down from behind. They're going to let that go, apparently.
Yep, they've let a lot go.
Yep.
For as much as there's been called in this game, they have been judicious in letting some things go. Otherwise, we'd be here all night.
Wrister, goal.
Jeez, boy,
as he gets knocked to the ice. Number 16 for BG. Colin Ferguson rips one top shelf near side, and then it's a 10-2 lead.
Tough way to end the best season that they've had in a while, the Kings. 8-9-1 is one of their best records ever.
Unfortunately, you mentioned how they ended the season with an 11-3 loss at Exeter, and this one's heading the same direction.
John Collins, I'm going to head down because I've got to get the score sheet, get quotes, and go up to my little cubby hole and.
Well, hopefully we can do another BG game, depending on how far they go in the tournament.
Yeah, if they make it, they make it. You know, they're up in Concord on Saturday night. We'll be doing we'll be doing BG girls basketball on Saturday. At 6:30 at the Caliga Dome against either Goffstown or Manchester Central in the quarterfinals.
Yes, sir.
And then the semifinals for D1 at BG
looking for goal number 11.
And
taking a heavy hit. And
here we go.
The officials got to get in there now because
they've got to. But if BG makes it to the semis, that's a week from Wednesday, and then the finals Saturday, March 9th. I'll be seeing you in a few days.
Yes, in all the familiar places. Tom King there. And we have a break in the action, but not on the clock as it continues to roll down and mercifully end this one with a 10-2 advantage for Bishop Guertin, running time here in the third period of this opening round Division I tournament game. Sam Cronin shoots it towards the net, but the Kings steal, and here's Riley Nutter playing the final 240 of his high school hockey career. We've enjoyed watching number 21 go up and down the ice for South-Pelham. Dylan Nutter, his brother, still playing for the Kings next season as Dylan is a sophomore. Here's Riley, far boards, backhander in on Sullivan. He clamps down, and it'll be a face-off to his right. 2:14 to go, and officials taking their sweet time to drop this puck as things get chippier and chippier here at skate 3. Well, Riley Nutter would like to forget how this high school career ended because he was forced to spend much of it in the penalty box just watching because of that misconduct as things get out of hand. Breakaway, Bishop Guertin. Down ice, Sorrentino, shot, score. BG makes it 11-2 on the goal by number 18, Christopher Kiley. Fans make their way peaceably to the exits. Face-off won by the Cardinals, 1:15. Bouncer in on Sullivan. Sullivan holds on to it. I don't know why. 1 minute to go in the game. And it'll be Joe Moore taking the face-off for the South-Pelham Kings. He has got Brandon Rame out there at the near point. Actually, Rame's going to switch positions with Riley Nutter. Puck on the ice, loose, in front, and in. Oh, it went wide. Excuse me, I thought that was headed for the gaping far side of the net, and it was not to be. Half a minute to go. BG instead hunting for that next goal. It would be an even dozen. As number 20, Daniel Woodford goes ride. Woodford kind of lost his skates over there and hit the ice hard. Nutter gets knocked to the ice by Daniel Woodford, a freshman from Amherst, big guy. I think it was like an accidental body check. And 8 seconds left to go. Players taking runs at each other right now. Here comes Nutter. 3 seconds left, and 2-on-1 situation as the buzzer sounds. The officials need to get in there because the Cardinals don't need any disqualifications as this one ends, and wisely Bishop Guertin's players get out of there and over to their goaltender, the last of which will be Benjamin Young. So a celebration for the Cardinals. 11-2 victors here at Skate 3 on their home ice over the South-Pelham Kings, who are congratulating their own, and we'll see if it's a peaceable handshake here. Our cameraman Pete Johnson will keep us tuned in to see if there's good sportsmanship, as there usually is in Stanley Cup play. Even in the chippiest of Stanley Cup finals, you usually see all the players shake hands at the end, and as they do line up, it looks like we will be okay on that. Of course, the officials are standing there. You see them watching closely to make sure people stay peaceable as they go through the handshake line here. So Bishop Guertin will advance to play in the quarterfinals against Concord. Concord with a record of 14-3, the number 2 seed in the tournament, who beat Bishop Guertin twice during the regular season. That's going to be a tough task for BG to go up to the Everett Arena in Concord and get the upset there. But we'll be following it. For Tom King and my executive producer and cameraman tonight, Pete Johnson, I'm John Collins, thanking you for watching. Final score, BG eliminating Nashua South-Pelham by a score of 11-2. Good night from Skate 3, everybody.